The key things to consider would be first your avatar, your client avatar, your fan avatar. You want to really make sure that you know who likes your music and who's into what you're doing. And then you can base your branding, your fonts, your colors, everything based off of the age of your audience and things like that. The images that you put on your website and the images that you use for your promo images, they need to be exceptional. They need to be eye-catching and they need to have narrative value. They need to tell a story. And if you don't have that, if you just have kind of boring photos, people are going to think of you as a boring artist. When I work with a client or an artist, I have an intake that I give them, and the first thing that I usually ask for is a link to their Dropbox photos. I want to see that their photos are ready to create a website. Just because you have images doesn't necessarily mean that they're high resolution. Right now the trend is the big photo across the front. It's taking up the whole span of the page. You know, 100 by 100 pixels is not going to cut it for a massive website photo. I think that's the number one thing that you need to start with is what images am I going to present on my website, and then go from there. I have this client and I would love to talk about him because he killed his art direction. This was his old website. So we did an art direction and we did new photos. It turned out so stellar. And the difference between that photo and this photo, they're very similar style. It's him at the ocean, the beach, but it's thought out and it's carefully like art directed and styled. And anyway, his site turned out great. Super proud of him. So must-have elements of an artist's website, you want to have a homepage. I've actually seen websites that don't have a home back button to get home. You can't click on the logo, you can't click on home. There's no way to get back. So a homepage would be great. You want to have a bio. You want to have tour dates, show dates. You want to have photos, not too many. You can section them out to be live photos, studio photos, Instagram, that sort of thing, but don't overwhelm people with images. You kind of want to recycle the same 3 to 5 images. When someone sees the same photo over and over and over again, probably the 30th time they see it, they'll be like, oh, I think that person plays music. I might check it out. But it takes a really long time. So after that, definitely music. If you want to have a store for physical, for downloads, just to stream music. Lyrics are great to have. I think it's really important to have lyrics also for SEO purposes. If you can search lyrics, then they pop up on your website. It gives you better recognition. Videos are awesome to have. Something that I've seen more recently that I think is giving more value to artists is an intro video. I think it's really cool, and not a lot of people do it. Don't autoplay it ever. Don't ever have anything auto-playing. But an intro video is a really cool thing to have on your website to kind of welcome people and tell them who you are and what you're doing, and maybe play them a song. Invite them to subscribe to your newsletter. You know, that's something really cool. Social media links are really good to have on your site. Nowadays, every site should have a pop-up. An email pop-up as well. Those are really easy to get. You can get free ones, you can get paid ones, and must obviously contact page. You have to have a contact page with not just a form, but email too. You never know when that contact page isn't working, or something went wrong, or just somebody wants to actually personally email you. So you want to have the actual email and form if you can. Let's see what else. I think that's probably it for right now.